Well, this is our 5th day in the Picos de Europa, and we are going to be hiking out of the mountains this morning. And it is a gorgeous morning. We've got a pretty early start, got up before sunrise, well before sunrise, and sad to leave the Picos, but excited to see what comes next. So this is this is my water spot here. So these guys are, I've never actually come to one of these water spots that had a bunch of cows in the way, but I'm gonna have to squeeze in here and get some water. Hopefully these guys will give me some room. So we left the Camino Vidiniense at Mogrovejo to head up into the Picos de Europa. And now that we're coming out of the Picos, we're on the PR32, which is the same trail that we hiked up to spend the night last night. But we have rejoined the Camino Vidiniense. Not that you would necessarily know it if you didn't have a map, because I haven't seen any trail indications or anything that we're on the Vidiniense, but we are, and we're headed down to Puerto de Pandatrave, I think is how it's said. And yeah, it's a beautiful trail. I mean, unfortunately, we're no longer in the high mountains. We're just hiking down in the hills, but you can see the big mountains behind us, which is nice. And yeah, we'll see how far we get. We've got, because we spent that last night up in the mountains and we kind of shouldn't have, we've got a long way to go to get to where we need to be to make the bus to Leon, but we'll see how far we get. But it's beautiful in a calmer way. So we got down to Puerto de Pandatrave, and that was the end of the nice little quiet dirt road and the nice views of the mountains. And now we're just kind of headed down a paved road down to Portilla de la Reina. And if there's not much traffic on this road, but actually if we could get a hitch, that'd be great. But Spain doesn't really have the culture of hitchhiking that some countries do, so our odds of that may be low, but we'll see. But anyway, it's a nice walk, but unfortunately it's on a paved road, so oh well. Oh, did see my first Camino Vidiniense sign. So I actually saw a couple of them. So I guess they just don't put them up in the actual Picos de Europa itself. But as soon as we got out of that, they started appearing. So there you go. So we did make it to Portilla de la Reina, which is a beautiful little town situated at the bottom of a canyon. And there wasn't a whole lot going on when we got there. The bar didn't open till 2, but just as we got there, they had a mass. So we were able to go to the mass and then relax some, and then had a nice little lunch, I guess you'd call it, in the bar. And now we're continuing on our way, kind of have some new energy, not thinking about hitching, but we're thinking of just going all the way toward near Riaño, which is where the bus is that goes to Leon. It's a really early morning bus tomorrow morning at 7:45. So we'll have to find somewhere, hopefully we can find somewhere nice to camp that's pretty close to Riaño. But yeah, everything was really nice in that little town. Should definitely plan on stopping for a visit there. I'll show you a picture of the church. Really beautifully situated in the valley. So after Portilla de la Reina, the trail, the Camino Vidiniense, follows a road But at Barniedo, it goes off the road, and it's now on just a beautiful little dirt path, and we actually just bypassed the town. I'll show you a picture of the bridge going into the town, but that town looked really lovely. But anyway, the Vidiniense bypasses it, and I'll give credit to the Camino Vidiniense. It does make every effort, I think, to avoid the road, but there are some times back, especially before it's kind of flattened out now, but back there it was kind of in a narrow canyon, and I think there just weren't any alternatives for it. But it does do its best to follow more natural paths, so that's a good thing. But I think the next stop will be Boca de Huertigano, and then we'll probably start looking for somewhere to camp because we'll be getting pretty close to Riaño. So yeah, it's been nice. I mean, it's kind of amazing that just a few hours ago we were up in such high, rugged mountains, and now, you know, the landscape is just so bucolic and pastoral, I guess is the word. So yeah, it's been an interesting transition. I am glad that we decided to go ahead and walk the whole thing, even though it has been a much longer walk, I think, than normal. Well, we made it to our campsite about 3 or 4 kilometers before Riaño and got up again really early so we could make the bus. And we are here in Riaño, and it's a gorgeous view here at the reservoir. Cool mountains behind us, so a nice way to leave the Picos de Europa. It's been an awesome 5 morning, 5 days plus 1 morning. Yeah, it's really been cool. Can't recommend it enough.